I was listening to like something just to get my spirit going before I get myself ready to pray. And after I finished doing that, I began to just feel the presence of God, and I began to worship God. I I was worshiping and worshiping and worshiping. I don't know if this happened once or twice, but I went under the power of God. I just fell out under the power of God. This happens a few times. And every time it happened, I went down. When the spirit is lifted, I get back up. And then I begin praying and praying again. And then the next time I went down under the power of God, I went into this whirlwind of visions. You see, the earth, the picture of the earth behind me, I'm just trying to see if I can make the vision I saw justice, because it's extremely hard most time to explain things that I've seen in the supernatural, because it's just the most beautiful thing. Within the vision, I saw that I was caught up in the spirit. I went all the way up, so far from the earth. I can't say I was seeing galaxies. I wasn't. It could be because I didn't turn around. I was facing the earth and I'm looking down, and the earth was so far from where I was. And when I looked down, the earth looked actually small. And around about the earth, I saw this platform layer of something. It kind of looked like, back in the days in the 90s, 80s, the plaque, they used to have the big plaque that they play album and music and stuff like that. It kind of looked like that, but it looked solid and metal, and it was going around the earth. It was the only thing moving around the earth. And the earth was very still and very calm and wasn't moving. The only thing that was moving was the thing that was going around it and around it and around it. And as I saw it, as if like I'm still praying, even though I was no longer in my room. I was no longer praying in my room. I was above the earth, but I was still in that whirlwind of praying. And the more I pray and pray and pray, is the more I saw the thing that was going around the earth started going faster and faster and faster. And it was just the most beautiful thing. The earth looked just like it looked now. It was just blue, maybe slightly turquoise in some areas. It was just so beautiful to look at, and to see the position the earth it kind of like tilted, and then the thing goes around it. And it looks like the picture of it kind of looked like metal around it, metal, something that looked like metal, but it's energy going around about the earth. And again, I said, the more I pray, is the faster the thing that was going around the earth was started going. And then suddenly I began to feel the power of God even stronger than before. So the more I felt the power of God, is the stronger it looked like the prayer was getting. And then I saw as if like the metal thing that was around the earth becomes kind of like something that looked like power, like fire, but not like red fire, maybe slightly ember fire, very slightly, but the power consumed the earth, not in a way of destruction, like to destroy the earth, but in a way like it's empowering the earth, like it made the earth even stronger and steadier. Because instead of the earth being tipped and the thing going around it, it consumed the earth in like in a even steadier position. And it empowered it. I can't explain it. I can't say it was inflamed, but the color, instead of it looking metally, it looked kind of like fiery, but light fire around the earth. And it didn't consume the whole thing from above. It held it from the bottom, and it kind of like it gave it strength, or in a way of consuming it, or keeping it in a way where it was just the most powerful thing. Once I saw the fire or the power, something that looked like power and fire, it wasn't burning, but it was holding the earth together. And it was just the most powerful thing I've ever seen. And I was just so shocked about what I saw and the way I was seeing it. It was just so amazing, but I couldn't stop praying. And the more I praised, the more that energy got even closer to the earth and was holding on to it. Almost as if like when you have a globe, sometimes they have platform that they put the globe, and the globe is sitting on the platform. It looks like that. It was holding it together. And then, but it wasn't like going around and around and around. It just kept it together. And it looked like it embraced the earth almost, but it was some sort of like fire or something that looked like power that was around the earth. And then, and I saw it, and I was just so far in the galaxies. I didn't see like the stars of the galaxies, because I was looking down at the earth. My focus was just really on the earth, and the earth looks actually small. It looked like it looked small from the distance I was looking at it. And I've looked down to the earth before in visions before, but this one, it was so much farther, and it was so beautiful. It was so calm, and it just, the power that surrounded it was just so beyond me. And it was just so beautiful. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. It's a simple vision, but it felt like I was up there for a while, just looking and praying and praying and praying and praying. It was just so epic. It was just so beautiful. You know, only God can create such thing. Only God can do what he does. And I just thank God, because it really reminds me of Genesis 1, 2, and 3. You know, God was hovering over the earth, and he said, let there be light. The word is spoken, let there be light, and there wasn't still light until today. You know, and it was just the most epic thing, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, because it also reminded me, you know, the Lord has been really talking to me and reminding me about what he said to me a few years ago on how he was going to take me to the nations. I mean, he already started with Israel, because Israel was the first country I saw. You know, I was actually transported there in a trance. And when I was in Israel, the Lord took me to the streets of Israel, and it was just somewhere in Israel that he took me. But that area where he took me there was a lot of children there, and he wanted me to, you know, do something that could help the children that are there. He wanted me to feed them and take care of them. And the Lord came to me, you know, within the trance. I mean, I could smell, I could sense, I could see everything. I could walk, I could feel the ground underneath me. And the Lord approached me, and he said, here, and he gave me this soft rock. You know how, I don't know, some countries, they boil those rock, and then they put, like, they could warm up things, like they very, like, soft rock, very soft, solid rock. And he picked it off from the floor, and he gave it to me. He said, I want to give this to you. This is a piece of the original wall of Jerusalem, and I want to give this to you. And he gave it to me, and I held it. And he walks around Jerusalem, just showing me different streets and different places. And this is before I even visited Israel. There's a place that is called the place where David have walked, the valley of the shadow of death. He walked through that area with me, and he went to a place by the wall where there used to be an ancient door there, and they covered. He said to me, they're trying to keep me out of the gate so I don't come in, but you know, the gate can't hold Jesus from coming in, and stuff like that. And he showed me that before I even went to Israel. So when I finally visited Israel, and I remember, you know, the trance that I had with him, and it felt like a place that I've gone and been. It didn't feel foreign. The place welcomed me. It was the most epic experience I've ever had in my life. And there's more countries that that I've had trances going to Iraq, and I was very welcome there. And I've had trances going to Pakistan. They loved me in Pakistan. They were trying to keep me from leaving the country, and I have not gone there in the physical, but through trances, the Lord have taken me there. I've talked to people, experienced the people, experienced the culture. Believe it or not, this is so mind-blowing. But these things were coming into my mind, and as I was praying, looking down the earth, it was the most beautiful, the most epic thing that I saw the Lord was doing. So when you are praying, you are shaking not only you are shaking not only the nation, you are shaking the earth as a whole. You are empowering the very earth that we live in. It was the most beautiful thing, the most beautiful thing. It was so beautiful. Oh man, it was beautiful. And when I came out of the vision, I was just so pleased and so under the power of God. And I just like, you know, it just, that's where you want to be, you know. The Lord said, I will be with you always. And his presence was so tangible, and it was just so beautiful. And I said, you know, even though the vision is very simple, I feel like I need to do a video and just, and record it, because I don't know, maybe in a few years from now, I'll look back at this video and I'll remember where I was in this time.